are y'all okay? Team Taco, are y'all okay out there? Trump supporters, Krasnov. I'm a little concerned about y'all. I know that up there in your brain buckets right now, there has to be like explosions going off in there, at least echoes of them. You know, if you had a brain, it'd be tied into a pretzel knot right now. You don't know what to do, and I don't know what you're going to do either. I'm curious to find out. Y'all got to let me in on this. Hey, what y'all going to do here? Y'all going to turn on Elon Musk? Y'all going to turn against him now? I mean, he did call out Trump, said that he was a P3DO, that he'd been effing little girls with Jeffrey Epstein. That's them files are full of Donald F. and Trump, and those Epstein files is what Leon said there. And I tend to believe Leon on that one right there because, I mean, they were best friends throughout the entire 1990s. I mean, even Ghislaine Maxwell there, he was all good friends with her too, you know. Matter of fact, they took them a plane ride over to the UKs in the late 90s, and him and that Ghislaine Maxwell they dang sure did it. And they went over there and they picked up a 20-year-old model, flew them back to Mar-a-Lardo's down there and spent the weekend with that 20-year-old girl. Wonder what they were doing. But anyway, at least she was 20, you know. She wasn't that 13-year-old Katie Johnson there, as seen on the YouTube video, Katie Johnson interview 2016. The same one that has the court filings, the actual court filings, Jane Doe, that described in great detail what Donald F. and Trump did to her when she was 13 years old, when she had to put on the blonde wig because it would remind him of his daughter, who was the same age at the time, before he did what he did to her. And then she cried because she thought that she might wind up pregnant, so he throws money at her and tells her to get an effing abortion. That Katie Johnson right there, that Donald F. and Trump. Yeah, Elon Musk seems to know about that he's all over those Epstein files. That's what he seems to know. And that's what he did. He ratted him out there. And that right there, I guarantee you, hurt Taco's feelings because he didn't want people to talk about it. You know, he don't want people talking about that. And that's the reason why ain't nobody saw them Epstein files, is because it's what Leon said, because his name is all over them. So anyway, who y'all gonna turn on? I bet you gonna turn against Leon. Y'all ain't gonna turn on Krasnov, are you? That'd be wild if y'all turned on Krasnov. Y'all gonna do that? You wouldn't do that. Y'all ain't got the balls to do that. Ain't none of you. You ain't got a hair on your ass if you don't turn on Krasnov. I'm telling you right now. Not one single. You won't do it, will you? Won't do it. Won't do it. Won't do it, will you? Chicken shit. Anyway, so you're gonna turn on Leon. I know you're going to, because if Trump tells you to be bestied up with somebody, you're going to be bestied up with them. And if he tells you to turn against somebody, you're going to turn against them, because that's the way y'all work right there, because you can't think for yourselves, you know what I mean? So anyway, so y'all going to turn against you some Leon. Now, y'all going to start going there and burning down some Teslas? Y'all going to do that? You hunting down some triangle trucks. I bet y'all go hunting down some triangle trucks. I bet you do that too right there. Oh man, this is going to get good. Now look, the thing is it gets more confusing, y'all, because we've got all kind of crazy stuff going on. Not only is Leon sleeping with Stephen Miller's wife, apparently Stephen Miller punched him in the eye for it. Well, I agreed with Steve Bannon the other day. Y'all, I agreed with him, and I hurt my brain when that happened. He said that this big, beautiful bill, which actually is a big bullcrap bill, that it ain't going to work. It's just going to ruin the economy and all that good stuff, you know. Ain't going to work, just raise the national debt. He said the only way you can make it work is to raise taxes on the rich and then give the tax breaks to the working people. That's what he said. That's the only way you'll make the economy work, is to do that. And I was like, hey, Steve Bannon, the Steve Bannon one, not the Stephen Miller one. Hey, Mr. Bannons, I agree with you on that one right there. That's the only thing I've ever agreed with you on, that right there. And I agreed with him. Well, y'all, I agreed with him again. He just turned around and told Krasnov, you know what he's going to do? He said, hey, Krasnov, Taco, what you need to do? Deport the Elon Musk, because he's here illegally. Because he's here illegally, you need to deport him. Lied on his visa. Long time ago. And so I was saying that a long time ago too, that they go ahead and deport that fella there. I was hoping that Sleepy Joe would do it, you know. Didn't do it. But now he's telling Trump to go ahead and do that. And the thing is, you know what that tells me? It tells me how y'all's operation works there, Team Taco. See, just like Elon Musk always knew that Taco, Krasnov, Donald F. and Trump was a P3DO, and that was all up there in the Jeffrey Epstein files. See, he always knew that. but he didn't care when it was beneficial to him. So he was all bested up hanging down there at the Mar-a-Lago's. Wouldn't even leave Trump's side. Remember that? Wouldn't even leave his side. And then he got y'all all fanboying for Leon and all that because he was going to give y'all a Doge check. Y'all remember that, right? Well, you all getting Doge checks? You do remember y'all was all out there standing by your mailboxes waiting on the mailman to show up and drop off your Doge checks. I mean, some of you just came back inside, for God's sake. So I know you remember that. Anyway, I ain't getting a Doge check. But anyway, he was out there doging and stuff, and y'all was all bested up with him because he was going to give y'all a Doge check and all that. And didn't happen. Well, the same way that y'all were all fanboying him for your Doge checks and how great Leon was, and that Leon knew that Trump was a P3DO that whole time. Well, same way with Steve Bannon there. Now, what y'all going to do with him? Because y'all been fanboying over Steve Bannon for years now. Now, what you going to do? I mean, because Steve Bannon wants to raise taxes on the rich, you know. That's one of them liberal ideas, y'all. That's one of them liberal ideas. And he wants to deport on the Elon Musk. Now, you'll probably get on board with the deporting on the Leons because you got to take Krasnov's side. I mean, this whole thing's confusing right here. So, anyway, but the same way that Leon knew that Trump was a P3DO, Steve Bannon knew the whole time that Leon was an illegal immigrant. So did Donald F. and Trump. Yeah, see how that works is they know dirt on each other. They just don't really acknowledge it until it's beneficial to them, you know. That's the way MAGA works, is you just throw anybody under the bus and you don't care. See, it's like Krasnov being all over those Jeffrey Epstein files. You know he is and always has been, and you've always known he is. See, he can't not be because he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein throughout the entire 1990s. Hey, and not just Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell too, see, because him and her took them a plane ride over to the UK's in the late 1990s and picked them up a 20-year-old British model, and then flew her back to the Mar-a-Lago's and spent the weekend with that 20-year-old girl. Doing something. Oh, that's public information. That's over on the interwebs. You can find it on the Google right there. You can use the Google machine. No, won't make your wiener fall off, just like Bud Light won't do it. You can use it. But anyway, it's out there. Yeah, they did that, him and that Ghislaine Maxwell. So they knew each other real well too, just like he knew Jeffrey Epstein. Well, Leon knows that Trump was well involved into the whole Epstein deal. He knows all of it. So what y'all going to do, huh? Y'all going to demand that those Epstein files be released right now? Complete. Without redactions, huh? Are you going to call Leon's bluff and demand those things be released? Or you going to let them be released with Trump's name all over them and you're not even going to acknowledge it? So anyway, I'm just real confused, y'all, about how confused y'all are. Are you going to jump ship on Leon, take Krasnov's side? Because Leon wants Krasnov impeached right now. He wants him impeached. I got to admit, I do too. But I don't want that J.D. Vance feller, see, because that right there would work in Leon's favor for real, see, because that's the real situation that's going on right here that y'all can't even see, is that this is about Curtis Yarvin, Peter Thiel, and Elon Musk, and the Heritage Foundation, these Christian nationalists. See, this is about creating some sort of monarchy here in this country. They don't really care to ever have elections again. They want to rule us. What do you think about that too, while we're on the topic there, Team Taco, about Donald F. and Trump getting these contracts with Peter Thiel's Palantir company to start running drone swarms over this entire country and collecting 100% of the data on us, track our every movement, every dollar we spend? What do you think about that Donald F. and Trump's on board with something like that? Because the next thing he's coming for is your guns. So anyway, y'all got some decisions to make, don't you? Do you want to choose Team Leon and the Palantir boys there with Donald F. and Trump? Well, you don't have a choice because Trump's on Palantir's side. Man, I don't know what y'all going to do. What you should do is go take a nap. That's what you do. Sleep it all off. Take a nap. Maybe get out of politics, period, because y'all don't know what the hell you're doing. Inmate Trump.